trust your rules. Everybody makes tweaks around the league, or I should say most teams make some tweaks around the league in the offseason. But certainly I would expect that these new coordinators are going to have their own flavor to what they want to do and what their identity is going to be.
Matt, starting with this team in general at home, they've obviously won the last two NFC Norths. You've beaten them once the last 3 seasons. How much time do you spend in the offseason thinking about pursuing them specifically, and what does it mean to start?
I think it always starts with your division. So it's not just Detroit, but certainly they've been the standard the last 2 seasons in this league, and I've got a lot of respect for what they've been able to accomplish. Got a lot of respect for Dan, what he's been able to establish. So it's going to be a great challenge, but one I think that we're just going to prepare to the best of our ability each and every day to give us the best chance to go out there and have some success.
When you look at those divisional games from last year, was there a common thread in them in terms of what went wrong that caused the issues that you need to correct moving forward?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think with specifically Detroit, in both games that we played them, we got behind way too early, and that's hard to do against a really good football team. We had a couple costly turnovers, really, in both games that ended up being critical plays. So we've got to do a great job, really offensively, in our return units, hanging on to that football. Defensively, we've got to make a game-changing play in some facet to be able to get the ball out. I think we had 1 interception in the 2 games last year on Keyshawn's pick, and so. But getting off to a fast start, I think, is critical when you're playing against a really good football team.
Matt, with them getting Hutchinson back, how does that change their defense?
A lot. I mean, you're talking about one of the premier players in the National Football League. So just going through and watching all his tape from last season, we didn't see him at all. I mean, the guy's a game wrecker, and it shows up all over the tape, whether he's just in both the run game and in the pass game. And I think that's pretty special to have a guy that's capable of doing that. But he's a relentless competitor. He works really hard, and he causes a lot of havoc, both in run and pass.
Do you feel good enough about where Mike is at with his back that you expect him to play on Sunday?
Well, we'll see. I mean, we're still he's doing everything in his power. He's rehabbing hard. We've got to get through a couple practices to see how he responds, to see how he does, but certainly hopeful.
Are you pads today or pads?
We are pads today. So no, not necessarily. I think it's going to be week to week in regards to how we do it, but when we're not coming off a game, typically we'll do the padded practices on Wednesday. Like, for example, after the Thursday night game, we'll do it again on a Wednesday. But if we're coming off a Sunday or Monday game, then we'll put them on Thursday.
Matt, Kenny was such a big part of your run defense. What challenges does this 1-2 punch of Gibbs and Montgomery bring?
Yeah, it's not only those 2 guys. I think it's the totality of the offense. Obviously, got a great offensive line. I know they got some new pieces in there. But you look at how the receivers block in the run game as well, and certainly when you got 2 backs as dynamic as those 2 guys, it presents a huge challenge. And anytime starting the run or stopping the run, it truly takes all 11. We need physicality at all 3 levels. Guys got to be able to defeat blocks. Guys got to make sure that they're playing their right gaps, because both these backs, if you give them a crease, they could go. So we've got to do a great job of just playing great team run defense. And it starts really by setting great edges.
Was Elton just getting a vet rest day on, was that Monday, or is there an issue there?
He will be limited in some capacity.
Does it help a quarterback find a receiver at all to have a nice round 0 on his chest?
Excuse me? Yeah. I don't care about numbers, so that's what those guys, that's their deal. But what were you saying about the number?
Just a joke. It was a bad
okay.
joke.
Okay, that's all right.
As far as
I'm really not in a joking mood.